Greetings, UUSGS community. I'm Kathy Mague, President of the Board of Trustees, and I'm here with Reverend Jason to update you all about our plans for the next phase of worship and community activities. Some of you may have read in the recent newsletter that the turning of the year is not turning out the way we had anticipated and planned for. As we entered the summer back in late May and June, the board and Jason shared that we were looking forward to a Sabbath in July with a focus on fellowship and small group informal gatherings, outdoor in-person live streamed worship in August, and the plan to offer multi-platform services beginning in September, with likely one online and one in-person service on Sunday morning. We reflected at the time, often last spring, that the world we expected to return to post-pandemic would never be going back to what we had before, but looking forward to a new way of being, taking the best of what we had learned during this time and integrating it into the new. Little did we know how true that would be. In our August meetings, the board and Jason took on the challenging conversation of the changing landscape of COVID with the rapidly emerging Delta variant. Now what? We said. And then we realized, as a faith community for over 200 years, guided by love and grounded in shared values of inclusivity, respect, and safety, we have faced challenges and evolved ourselves again and again. We have brought the best of who we are from the past, embraced the present, and planned for our future. And this is no different, and we will do it again. Public health experts suggest that this virus will not be eradicated anytime soon. Living with masks and social distancing will likely be our reality for the foreseeable future. So it is time to stop fighting this new reality. It is time to lean into it. Lean into it, good people. It is time to ask ourselves, what opportunities does the current situation offer us to live our values and continue to create transformational change in our world, in ourselves, in our community, and in the broader world? And we're here today to share with you how we plan to do just that. Jason will share more details in a minute and in our Sunday morning service this coming Sunday. But the main idea is that our leadership team has scoured the research, reviewed the latest guidance from the CDC, the Unitarian Universalist Association, as well as our local boards of health. Our region is currently in a high-risk group, a high-risk area. And because of that, for the foreseeable future, there will be no full in-person large group gatherings, including Sunday morning worship, no singing inside, masks at all times in the building, no eating or drinking in the space. And as vaccines are still unavailable for children under 12, it will be impossible for our whole community to gather together in person for a while to come. Based on that, our leadership team has moved to create a modular approach which pulls the sacred elements of the past, combines it with the flexibility afforded by technology, and creates a model of faith community that is inclusive, adaptable, and versatile, ready to meet the ever-changing needs of our reality in today's world. And now that we've told you all of the things that we can't do, I'm going to turn it over to Reverend Jason to tell you all of those exciting things that we are planning with this new modular approach.
Thanks, Kathy. So what we're proposing is something different than what is being done by some of our friends and neighbors. We need to just say that right off the bat. What we're seeking is a model of congregational life that accomplishes a few things. First, it will keep people safe. Remember, the congregation is its people and our shared ministry. Our building and grounds are sacred indeed, but our people are always our priority. Second, it will enable us to plan things in advance, but also scale programming and participation up and down in accordance with public health guidelines. What we're seeing is not open, then closed, then open again, but rather a series of ongoing changes in guidance that will ask us to be nimble and flexible, two words that are not often associated with religious institutions. Third, we want a model that enables people to participate in ways that work for them. For many of us who like to gather in person in the sanctuary on Sunday mornings, we've been well served for the better part of 200 years. But if you've been unable to be in this one place at this one time for whatever reason, the message up until now has been, sorry, you missed it. Get back to us when you change your life. Well, we want a model that meets people where they are, based around modern lives where Sunday mornings are no longer held as sacred. Soccer games and work schedules, or just a need to be in the woods for a while, should not prevent you from being a part of a vitalized community like ours. And so we want a model that can connect and inspire on demand, that can be accessed at the same time and same place, or at different times and different places, in person or online, depending on how and when you want to be available. A mentor once said to me, "You can always have your way if you have enough ways." The Persian poet Rumi wrote, "Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground." So what does all of this mean for our rhythms in the coming weeks? First, let us define an end goal. A vitalized and connected congregation with lots of ways to connect, learn, serve, and grow, online and in person, on Sundays and throughout the week. Well, how do we get there from here? First, I want to invite you to tune in the next couple of Sundays as we gather online again, while preparing our physical spaces for in-person activities. We need to improve connectivity in our sanctuary and grounds. We need to examine seating numbers, how many we can accommodate safely, and how to determine who can attend when. For the next 2 weeks, we will be meeting online via Zoom and live stream to Facebook as we did in June and previously. In the meantime, we'll be working on improvements to the physical space, as well as a new website, which will feature its own worship portal. We expect that worship portal to be ready in October, and full functionality of our new website, including online learning and small groups, online concerts and ticketing, fundraisers, and more, coming in November. We'll also have small groups set up to watch and participate in our Sunday mornings live and in person if that's your preference. Looking forward, we're building toward a Sunday morning celebration that inspires and unites people online and in person, and that lifts up the good news of what is possible in our midst. Already, we've seen a strengthening of small groups during this time, from learning together to meal trains to social justice groups. And we'll look forward to continue to build on these in the future. More to a point, we'll need your creativity and collaboration to carry our shared ministry out into the world. In effect, we're going online not to go backward, but to move forward. We're going online to be able to do more in small groups safely, and in order to meet diverse needs. It may seem counterintuitive, I get it, but we're going online to be able to do more offline and in person. Because if we're just waiting for our 200 plus people to be able to fit safely again in our sanctuary that seats half of that, then we're going to be waiting an awfully long time. Small groups will allow us to meet in person along the way, and in a way that can scale back up when the time is right. So we're going online to do more offline. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. I want to personally thank you for your patience and your goodwill, your faithful stewardship, and your creativity thus far. This community is special, and you all have been truly inspiring and life-giving over the past year plus. We're on the brink of something big together, something new and unique, and I couldn't imagine a better crew to be doing it with. Remember, we'll be talking about this together for the next 2 Sundays and then some, so please tune in. Kathy will also be joining this Sunday, and we'll do our best to answer your questions then. Kathy?
Absolutely. With our focus on small groups and gathering together in new and creative ways. So exciting. I can think of so many different ways that this will better meet the needs of our congregation. It's different, and oftentimes different can be scary. We are carving new territory. Just personally for a moment, twice now in the last month, I've been quarantined, once with a work situation, and now we do have COVID positive in my family. I would not be able to participate in morning worship on Sunday if it were not for the opportunities that were made available with this modular approach. People who have family far away, again, the situation with me, I'm going to be out of town a bunch in the coming year, and to be able to still be connected with my beloved UUSGS and that faith community means a lot to me, and I know to many of you who have all of the commitments that Jason outlined, as well as health concerns. So with our focus on small groups and gathering together in new and creative ways, we ask you to think about, what will your ministry be? How will you engage with us and one another? And how will we grow together as a vibrant, soul-filling, and impactful faith community now and into the future. We look forward to talking with you on Sunday and answering your questions.